A terrible story from the hotel. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So, I've got quite the story for you today. One that combines a bit of travel mishap with some deep dives into hospitality standards and a sprinkle of statistical anomalies. Trust me, this is one you won't want to miss. You know how sometimes you plan everything down to the last detail, and somehow things still go sideways? Well, that's exactly what happened on my latest trip. What was supposed to be a rejuvenating getaway turned into a veritable case study on how not to run a hotel. So grab a snack, get comfortable, and let's unpack this ordeal together. So, let's set the scene. A few weeks ago, I was neck deep in work, wrangling datasets, running simulations, and brewing enough coffee to power a small city. After clocking in about 80 hours that week, I realized my neural networks needed a hard reset. I thought, why not take a little trip to clear the mind? I chose a coastal city renowned for its cutting-edge marine biology research and sustainable urban development, right up my alley. The place boasts a unique integration of smart city technology with historical architecture, and I was eager to experience it firsthand. Planning the trip was, admittedly, a fun diversion. I mapped out visits to the local tech hubs, scheduled a meeting with a professor who's an expert in bioinformatics, and even plotted some time to relax on the beach. Expectations were sky high. Now, onto the hotel selection. Being the data enthusiast I am, I didn't just pick the first option that popped up. Oh no, I conducted a comprehensive analysis, cross-referencing reviews from TripAdvisor, Booking.com, and even scraping comments from niche travel forums. The hotel I settled on had an impressive 4.85-star rating out of 5, aggregated from over 3,500 reviews, a statistically significant sample size. The standard deviation of the ratings was low, indicating consistent guest satisfaction. Plus, it was certified ISO 9001 for quality management and ISO 14001 for environmental management systems. Talk about impressive. They were offering a promotional package that included an executive suite, complimentary breakfast featuring locally sourced organic produce, and access to an exclusive seminar on sustainable tourism. It seemed like the perfect fit. I double-checked all the details, confirmed the booking, and received a detailed confirmation email. Everything was set. Fast forward to arrival day. I pull up to the hotel, and immediately something feels off. The facade, which in photos showcased modern architectural design with photovoltaic glass panels, looked neglected. Several panels were visibly cracked, and there was graffiti on one side of the building, definitely not the pristine exterior I was expecting. Entering the lobby, the ambiance was underwhelming. The air quality was poor, with a noticeable lack of ventilation leading to elevated carbon dioxide levels, probably around 1200 ppm judging by my portable monitor. The decor was outdated, contrary to the minimalist, contemporary style advertised. Background noise exceeded 70 decibels due to a malfunctioning HVAC system, far above the recommended levels for a comfortable indoor environment. But I figured maybe they're undergoing renovations or upgrades. Keeping an open mind, I approached the front desk. Here's where the algorithm started throwing errors. There was an unusually long queue at reception, about 20 people deep. Considering the average check-in time per guest is approximately 5 minutes, I was looking at least an hour wait. Finally reaching the front desk after 85 minutes, yes, I timed it. The staff member greeted me without eye contact, a clear violation of basic customer service protocols. When I provided my booking details, they couldn't find my reservation in their system. I showed them my confirmation email, complete with reservation number, dates, and room type. They informed me that due to a system glitch, several reservations had been lost, and the hotel was now overbooked by 15%. I inquired about how they were managing this overbooking situation, a common practice in the industry to a small extent, usually around 2 to 3%, but 15% was alarmingly high and indicated serious operational inefficiencies. Rather than offering solutions, the staff member remained apathetic. No compensation, no alternative arrangements, nothing. I requested to escalate the matter to a supervisor. After a prolonged discussion and the intervention of a manager, they found a room for me. Suspicious, but I decided to take it. Navigating to the room was another challenge. The signage was inconsistent, and the floor numbering didn't follow the logical sequence. Floors were labeled 0, 1, 2, 4, skipping the third floor entirely, which could pose accessibility issues. Entering the room, it became clear this was not the executive suite I had booked. Instead, it was a standard room, approximately 25 square meters smaller than advertised. The occupancy sensor for the lighting system was malfunctioning, causing the lights to flicker intermittently, a potential strobe hazard for those with photosensitive conditions. The ergonomic chair mentioned in the amenities was replaced with a worn-out stool. The promised high-speed internet connection was non-existent. A speed test showed download speeds of 0.5 megabits per second, barely enough to load a basic web page, let alone handle any remote work or video calls. Attempting to freshen up, I discovered the bathroom facilities were subpar. The water pressure was below the optimal 3 bars, coming in at a meager 1 bar, making the shower more of a dribble. The water temperature fluctuated rapidly, a known issue known as thermal shock in plumbing systems, which can be dangerous. Towels were not only threadbare but exhibited a bacterial odor, suggesting laundering at insufficient temperatures, below the recommended 60 degrees Celsius necessary to eliminate pathogens. The in-room safe was locked and unusable, raising concerns about the security of my belongings. Moreover, there were exposed electrical wires near the minibar, a blatant safety hazard violating IEEE standards. Naturally, I called the front desk to report these issues. After navigating through an inefficient IVR system, seriously, who designs these? I was put on hold for 15 minutes before speaking to someone. They assured me maintenance would address the problems promptly. An hour passed, nothing. I called again, only to be met with a dismissive tone, informing me that maintenance had gone home for the day. It was 4 p.m. This lack of 24-hour maintenance support is unacceptable in any hospitality establishment claiming a 4-star rating. Frustrated, I went down to the front desk to speak directly with management. I presented a compiled list of issues, complete with timestamps and photographic evidence, because data or it didn't happen, right? Management's response was underwhelming. They deflected responsibility, citing third-party vendors for some of the issues, which is irrelevant in terms of guest experience. They offered to move me to another room, but couldn't guarantee that the issues wouldn't persist, a red flag indicating systemic problems. Reluctantly, I agreed to see the new room. Upon arrival, it was evident that this room was also below standard. The ambient noise from a nearby elevator shaft exceeded 55 decibels, breaching recommended sleep environment guidelines by the World Health Organization. Furthermore, I noticed signs of pest activity, specifically, termite traces in the wooden fixtures. Considering termites can cause structural damage and aren't a trivial matter, this was the tipping point. Returning to management, I calmly but firmly requested a full refund and assistance in relocating to a different hotel. Under the Consumer Rights Directive 2011/83 EU, I was entitled to remedies due to the service not matching the description and failing to meet basic quality standards. They refused the refund, citing a non-refundable booking policy. I countered that policy does not override statutory rights. They remained steadfast. I decided it was time to escalate the matter externally. I contacted the booking platform's customer service, provided them with all the evidence, and began the dispute process. Simultaneously, I started searching for alternative accommodations. As I was organizing my departure, the hotel staff informed me of an early checkout fee, equivalent to one night's stay, completely unjustified given the circumstances. They threatened to charge my credit card on file. This was not only unethical but potentially illegal under unfair commercial practices legislation. I informed them that any unauthorized charges would be disputed, and I'd be filing a complaint with the local hospitality regulatory authority. At this point, my primary concern was getting out of there safely and salvaging what was left of my trip. Thankfully, I was able to book a room at a reputable hotel chain nearby. While it lacked the boutique charm I was initially seeking, it adhered to global hospitality standards, and all amenities functioned as expected. The financial hit was significant, double accommodation costs and wasted time. I spent the next day compiling a detailed report of the incident, including all communications, photographs, and a timeline of events. I submitted this to both the booking platform and the local tourism board. The booking platform acknowledged the severity of the situation and initiated a formal investigation. They also provided a partial refund as a gesture of goodwill, pending the outcome of their inquiry. Interestingly, upon revisiting the hotel's reviews, I noticed a pattern of recent negative feedback hidden among generic positive comments, indicative of potential review manipulation. So, what can we extrapolate from this experience? 1. Advanced due diligence. Go beyond surface-level reviews. Utilize tools that analyze sentiment over time. Services like Review Meta or FakeSpot can identify suspicious patterns. 2. Regulatory compliance checks. Verify if the hotel is compliant with local and international standards. Certifications like ISO and affiliations with reputable industry organizations are good indicators but should be cross-verified. 3. Trust but verify. Initial anomalies shouldn't be ignored. If something feels off during booking or correspondence, investigate further. 4. Legal awareness. Understanding your consumer rights can empower you to take appropriate action when services are substandard. 5. Data collection. Document everything. Evidence is your best ally in resolving disputes. To help you avoid similar situations, here are some expert tips. Leverage technology. Use apps and extensions that aggregate and analyze hotel data for authenticity. Flexible booking platforms. Opt for bookings that allow cancellations up to the last minute without penalties. Tools like Booking.com's free cancellation filter are invaluable. Direct communication. Contact the hotel directly before your stay to confirm details. Gauge their responsiveness and professionalism. Backup accommodations. Always have a plan B, especially when traveling to areas with volatile hospitality standards. Legal preparedness. Familiarize yourself with local consumer protection laws relevant to your destination. I'm curious. Have any of you encountered similar hospitality nightmares? Perhaps you have insights on how hotels manage overbooking algorithms or experiences with dispute resolutions in the industry. Drop your thoughts and stories in the comments below. Let's get a conversation going. There's a lot we can learn from each other's experiences. At the end of the day, this experience was a stark reminder that even with meticulous planning, variables outside our control can derail the best-laid plans. However, it's also an opportunity to adapt, learn, and refine our strategies. This hasn't deterred me from traveling or exploring new places. If anything, it's reinforced the importance of vigilance and proactivity. The world is full of incredible destinations and reputable establishments committed to excellence. You just need to know how to find them. If you found this video informative or at least got a kick out of my misadventures, hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Share it with friends who appreciate a good travel tale or who need a cautionary lesson in hotel booking. Also, let me know if you'd like more deep dives into the intersection of travel, data analysis, and consumer rights. Your feedback helps shape the content on this channel. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Stay curious, stay informed, and most importantly, stay adventurous. Safe travels, and I'll catch you in the next video.